All right, what's going on, guys? Roadkill here. We're currently in season 6 of Marvel Rivals. There's been a couple of changes. And so I'm gonna try and get to this a bit quickly, but they've buffed a couple of characters who were previously lower on the tier list, and honestly, I do think that Deadpool as well. Anyways, point is, I think the direction of the game is actually going pretty well. It's weird that they haven't nerfed Phoenix. They nerfed Gambit just well enough, and they nerfed Sue. And they nerfed Rocket. I don't understand why. They literally forced you into this weird what's it called, a heal bot playstyle. You can it's really hard to like do any type of skill expression, because in the time it takes to I'll get to it. But anyways, they did a couple changes, and I think a couple people are in different spots. So I think we'll just go with who is at the very least here. Where is she? Wanda. I'm gonna try and go through this fast. I really don't think I need to explain this very much. She is one of these characters where, like, she's probably noob stomping in silver or gold. Anywhere else where people have thumbs, you just outskill her. It really is that simple. Squirrel Girl. Yeah, if I see, like, there are purposes for Squirrel Girl. I played with like the best Squirrel Girl, and he was good. Like, if I just thought about Treetop Menace, she'd be here, maybe here, probably like right here. But she's got some uses. Brawl tanks are pretty good this season. Things like Hulk, the Thing is really good. Angela's being played. Rogue gets a fair amount of play, so she's really good against all those guys, just the double stun. But at the same time, it's just like, she's just one of these characters where it's like, you can either play her or you can just play Phoenix, who does same amounts of high damage per shot, except she's head scan, as the stun, as a better, like, it's just one of those things. I know that's comparison syndrome, but like, on top of that, so another thing that makes her really weird is her one and only movement tool is just this jump that puts her in a very predictable arc. If you're in GM, if you're in like Diamond and above, people can just track that and you're just dead. Like, it's just that simple. But anyways, Iron Man, where is he? Let's get him out of here. Yeah, so Iron Man, I'll put him above Squirrel Girl. I do think he's better. It's not even like this character is actually I'm even struggling to say that. The character itself, Iron Man, does not suck. He puts out probably the most raw, second only maybe to, he might actually put out more raw damage than Phoenix. However, it's Spider-Man's meta. The Thing was down here, but people have made some really good arguments, and I could probably place a Thing like A tier. Now that I've heard people point out how his kit works, it's hard to keep up with. Just, they changed the Thing's like kit so much, it's hard to keep up with like what it all means. Anyways, what I'm getting at is Spider-Man's meta, Hella, Phoenix are played non-stop. Magneto's, all of his counters are meta, all of them, and you can sometimes Thing, Mag, Phoenix, Hella, and then that's all she wrote, dude. So everything about his kit gets countered. Personally, I think Iron Man should get something like a base. He should have a base of like 20 to 30% damage reduction, maybe 25, and his armor overdrive should be like 35, 40 damage reduction. That's literally all I can think that could help him. He just needs to be able to tank a little bit easier, and he's wearing a suit of armor. Why is he squishier than like almost everyone in the game? Anyways, let's see. I don't think anyone, like, I think it really is just these two in C tier, but you know, we might actually, no, I lied. Torch, I wanted to be high on Torch, I really did. No one plays him. If his buffs were really that good, you'd see. If his buffs were really that good, you'd see him getting played more. They weren't enough, and it's weird for netties because it's just like they didn't. I don't know what it was. He was like up here, and they nerfed like his reload speed or something, and is like 0.1 damage, and he's all the way down here. And so it's weird, like, just barely touching this guy as a difference maker between him being really good, like meta defining, or just not playable. I'm gonna try my best to go in order, but we might go a little bit back and forth. Okay, let's go with Storm. It's all right. I gotta be honest. I don't really. There's never been a situation where it's just like, oh, you know what we need right now? We need Storm. There's the use of damage boosting a Phoenix. You can go something really crazy like Storm and Mantis, but I've yet to see that strategy actually played out. Yeah, it's just she's really slow in the air. Again, hit scan's strong. Yada yada yada. But let's keep going. But sorry, I'm talking about her. I wanted to talk about these categories because it can be very easy. Like even though like some streamers will say, oh yeah, you know this is S plus, and then A, and then B, and then B minus, and then C. You still look at the bottom part of this. Oh, these guys are at the bottom. That means they're bad. It's like no. So I wanted to like put these descriptions on here to. Oh, that's misspelled. Put these descriptions on here to make sure like you guys know. Even though this is B and it's like in yellow, if you read the description, good character, struggles slightly, low TPs make it look A tier. So, yeah, great character, very strong, next to no flaws, and crutch character, a character that you get to high ranks playing this character, not purely off of your own merit or skill, but because the character does just so much for you, that it actually counteracts some of your lack of skill. Let's see, yeah, where do you want to play this character when you can just play, again, where do you want to play either of these guys when you can just play Phoenix? Spare feels my heart when I see this character. You know, if I see you pick this character, I know you're trolling. Yeah, so only like D and F do we really get into like really bad characters. And considering all the stuff I said about Iron Man with how many people counter him, he's gonna have to lead down here. Yeah, the entire meta just isn't in his favor. He's almost down here for me. I'm not gonna lie, I used to love playing that character. It sucks. I guess I'm a bit higher on Squirrel Girl than Iron Man. Yeah, and matter of fact, yeah, I think I'll put it at the top of C tier. It was moving on. Let's see, anyone else? Mr. Fantastic. Let's go get him. Let's go again. Let's see. There are a lot of people saying he's like really good. He's some weird secret meta pick anti. I think he's good. I think he's all. I don't have anything to say about him. I've never had a game that's lost because of him. I've never had a game that was won because of him. If he's on the team, he's putting in his hours and clocking out. I don't really like. Again, I don't feel anything when I see this character. Who else? Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, let's get her. She's had some buffs. I'll put her up in A tier. She's being played a bit more often, but there's just a lot of people. There's a lot of ways to counter her ult. You can alter on her final. You know, a lot of times Namor is strong these days too. Anyways, Namor can like alter at the end of her ult. There are plenty of characters that can just one shot. Angela can pull her out of it. Bucky can pull her out of it. Thor can do it. A bit of team coordination and Magneto, of course, and a bit of team coordination and Cloak and Dagger just can't get away. But anyways, she got changed up a little bit. I'll put it here. She got changed a little bit. She can use 2 blinds at the same time, or I think 2 bubbles as well. I think that was her only change. It's hard to keep track of it all. With just more and more characters coming into the game, it really does become difficult. But she got buffed a little bit. I don't think enough to take her out of B tier, which is still pretty good. I don't get mad when I see people playing this character, but yeah, I'm gonna leave her there. She could be here, but her ult is kind of good. It's good for pushing. I'm thinking about putting her in A. I'd say she's definitely better than these two, yeah. Okay, let's see, who else do we have here? Blade. I really want to put Blade up here. I do. Got another buff, but they did a complimentary nerf to his gun or something like that. He's better in Brawl. I don't know. His ult, no. There's a lot of people who just say, like, I'm sorry, I like thinking about my experience with Blade players. There's a lot of people, oh, why would you play Blade when you could just play? I haven't seen a single Blade in any of my ranked games, and again, I'm playing in, I was 1 game off of top 500, if that makes, what's it called? That really puts into perspective, around where I play. Currently just top, even in top 99.8%. I see Blade players and they do their job. And you combine it with Groot, you combine Blade's ult with Groot, you combine anything with Groot and it gets the job done, but Blade's ult really is good. Yes, I don't really see where the downplay is coming from. I think if you played Blade, you get more value on Blade than Magic. Maybe about this, yeah, it really is hard to talk, because you don't see him too much, so it's hard to talk. But any Blade I've ever seen, even last season, really was putting in the work. So I'm gonna leave him in A tier. Just because there are other characters who might do his job, but like who even Daredevil, Spider-Man maybe. None of those, or Spider-Man for sure is in brawling. Anyways, yeah, let's get to Black Panther. Completely forgot about him. So, I think he's been buffed enough to put him into D tier. I think he's better. I just don't think it was enough. There are a lot of Black Panthers who say, oh yeah, the extra 5 damage is a breakpoint changer, and I'm gonna take their word for it. Maybe it's just because as support I play rock, and other than that I play tank, so I don't really feel his effects. When he's played, even when it's so easy to keep my team alive through Black Panther. So I don't really like. He's definitely better, you can tell, but not enough to make a too great. I think some like maybe cooldown reduction slightly that'll push him up to, yeah, a cooldown reduction where he can like dash just slightly more might put him up to like here to here. But for now he's right here. I'm gonna try and go over this pretty quick. Let's see who else. Adam. I'm actually a bit higher on Adam right now than I was, 5.5. I think he does quite a bit of poke damage. The res, like, as far as triple support goes, I would much rather Adam over Mantis. I think having the res, excuse me, I think having the res is a lot better than a third support ult, mainly because you just commit three, like both teams are running triple support, commit 3 ults, and then the fight kind of ends and all 3 support ults kind of end at the same time. But with 2 support ults, you can kind of just stretch out the 2 to kind of match up until like halfway through the 3rd one, and then your team could either live or die. If they die, the Adam just goes away, reses everybody, and so now the enemy team might be down like 1 person, but then it's a 6v5, you win. As far as the purposes of triple support, the vast majority of the time I'm going triple support, it's to counter dive, and Adam triple counters dive a lot better than Mantis triple. So for the purposes of triple support, I prefer Adam, and that might actually be enough for me to put him in A+. And if at the very least above Blade. I think Adam's actually good. I don't really see where people are saying that they prefer like all these other. Most time you're playing triple support is anti-die, at the very least in ladder. Yeah, but I think that goes. Anyone else in B tier? Let's see. I think I want to keep this. Oh yeah, absolutely. The nest, removing one of her nests hurt her. It hurt her bad. It hurt her bad because you just remove one and there's nothing she can do. She could like strategically place 2 of them hard to take care of and get rid of. And so you find one and it doesn't really matter because she still has the other one. And usually keeps all the webs and the mines and stuff like that. You just clear one and it's just open season for your melee team. I'm gonna put I really want Magic to be. Where is she? I can't find. I was about to go on a whole tirade about her, but I can't even find her. Here she is. Yeah, I'll still put her in A. I think she's good. And she's definitely better than these 3. Okay. I don't really have too much. She's a pretty good diver, scary when she really is carried by her ultimate. Like really hard. As far as like flanking goes and stuff, she's one of the slower flankers, and so that gives you plenty of time to dodge and stuff like that. Mantis doesn't really take up like the kill feed of her. She does her job in her base form. But I'll put her. This is hard. I'll put Magic above. I think her ult is generally better. I don't know, you could like really mix and match these 2, but for now I think I'll put Magic as being better. I think her ult is better, being capable of like a one-shotting Luna or people in Luna ult out of that. I think Magic's pretty good. Let's see, anyone else in B tier? Ultron. I was a lot higher on Ultron, but the more he's been played, the more it's just like, okay, he's good, but Ella Phoenix, bye now. And so it doesn't really matter how good he is because they refuse to nerf Ella and Phoenix season after season for no reason. This is weird. So they're really like, you can make Ultron like, but at the same time, Ella and Phoenix are banned almost every game now. They really are just characters that nobody wants to play against those characters. And I think the fact that Phoenix and Hela are getting banned a lot more is gonna tell NetEase that people don't like them or playing against them and that they need to be nerfed. I do think it's like, oh, but then if they nerf the damage, they lose their identity. Why is their identity one-shotting across the map? Shouldn't that be Black Widow's? Like, why does Black Widow need a damage boost to do her job equally, like in equal skill or an equal level to people who realistically shouldn't be good at longer than like medium range? Like, if we're being realistic, they shouldn't have that much range. But what I'm getting at is that Ultron's good, but Hela and Phoenix are just grossly overpowered right now. If they weren't, he'd be up here, like he was last time, but he's just not right now. He can't be. Anyone else? Venom. Put him here. He's all right. He's a big sponge. Okay, yeah, Venom's a pretty big sponge. He doesn't really do enough damage to be threatening, and really only does become threatening like when two other people are supporting him. Because if it's just Venom diving, you could like deal with it just by fighting back a little bit and just shooting him and forcing him to leave. But if he comes with literally anybody else, that's when it starts becoming. Because then you've got like a 1800 health person to deal with. Maybe Black Panther's too fast to fight without like full concentration. Daredevil, you need like two people focusing him or something, or need to damage him. It becomes a mess, and it becomes three different variations of a fight that you cannot interact with. Other than that, like Venom's all right. Pretty good actually. It's just that looks weird. I don't really like. I'll put him here. I don't know. I feel like I'm portraying my. Man, this is weird. He's good at stalling. A lot of people use him to stall. You know, his ult's not very threatening anymore. Just figure out how to go against it. I'm really trying not to destroy my principles. I'm trying to give Venom his due, but I just don't feel like he's good outside of having people like it's a. I mean, I guess at that point everyone's good in a 2v1 or a 3v2 or whatever. I just don't think he does enough damage. Like, you need to be fully distracted or on the back foot for him to. But I still think he's better than Blade. Oh, this is rough. Okay. Yes, I'll do this. I will do this. Ooh, that was hard. Okay, my opinion might be skewed because of all my games with X-Lec. Like Mantis is up here, like A+ tier, A tier. So it's like Mantis is pretty much always getting played. And so because of that, Widow's actually a viable pick. I might put her here. One-shot Widow. If you have the aim for it, it really is just that simple. She's got some pretty good anti-dive, like all the recent drama aside, Widow is a good character. She's got like some levels of anti-dive. It's just that she can't do it against multiple people, and it shouldn't have to. It's a team-based game. But I think Widow's actually good. Maybe I could put her down here if I don't think she's down here with these guys. But let me put her. I don't think she's down there with those guys. I think she's completely viable. If you just have a Mantis, I played plenty of games Widow Mantis, and it just really does work. Yeah, not much else to say. Let's see, who else do we put in A tier? Namor is gonna be moving up quite a bit in A tier. I think I haven't seen enough of his current state to say he goes into A+ tier. But I think he's just significantly better and made a crazy jump up A tier. Yeah. Okay. But I guess I'll go into it. They nerfed his team up, but buffed his base kit, which I'm really glad that they're not making him a team up merchant anymore. That's pretty much it. So he's just a lot better on his own. And of course, if the Helen and More team up is open, you just play it. Next up, we got Punisher. I'm not going to be listening to any Slender on Punisher. The craziest damages per second in the game. Shotgun's amazing. His ult is just game winning, and if you just rocket plus Punisher, there's literally nothing that can be done at all. You just kill through everything. That really is it. Am I avoiding the Deadpools right now? Maybe I am. Maybe. Let's go see. Who else? Wolverine. I will put Wolverine. Around here. He's good. Does what he's always been doing, kidnapping tanks, shredding people. It is a more poke heavy meta though. But if Phoenix and Hela are banned, they are banned. He does his job a lot easier. It requires a lot of damage to force him out because it wastes passive. After that though, he really is not too threatening. But again, a lot of tanks are really good, and he, as well as Iron Fist, keep them in check pretty well. Anyways, let's keep going. Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight's actually really good. Dropping the damage. If you and your team are playing in Deathball comp, he really does like shut it down. I think Moon Knight is one of these characters who does keep triple tank in line, like really hard, especially if you go like the slower type that like stick together. Like sorry, I'm tired. Like Magneto, maybe Strange and Groot. Moon Knight does keep that in check, but you have Moon Knight, Groot, and it just. And speaking of Groot, we'll get to him. Luna, I almost completely forgot. I'm sticking my guns on this one. She does. Are there even any Luna OTPs? No, I'm gonna put Luna here. Here. Her ult will always be good. It takes her a while to get it though, and she cannot defend herself against dive at all. She can't. If you're not paying constant attention to her, she will die. Like it's point blank period. Times where I have to choose. All right, either I'm okay with my team dying or I'm okay with Luna dying. There is like if it's like heavy dive and like there's fights going on everywhere and I have to choose. Like Luna forces you into the situation where you have to choose. Invis can defend herself, so you don't have to make that choice. So can Loki. Cloak and Dagger can do it. Luna cannot. She's got one defensive ability, being her freeze. Outside of that, you just keep pursuing her and she dies. You can keep pursuing Loki. You can keep pursuing Invis. You can keep pursuing Rocket. They don't necessarily die. But anyways, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Rogue. I've been now that all the hype has died. Oh, she's not going here. But anyways, now that all the hype has died down, and a lot less people are playing her for the sake of her being new, I do think she is as good as I thought she is. If you replace a DPS with her, she gains almost infinitely more value than that extra DPS got. As a third DPS, she is amazing. Like, and her ult is usually used to like stop support ults from happening. She beats up backlines. Brawl tanks really well. The only thing that keeps her in check is Phoenix and Hela. Really it. If they didn't exist, Rogue would be A+. Yeah. But she's got a lot in her tool belt. And it is nice seeing her in my team, especially if we just have a main tank. And like I hate having off tank anybody, but especially Rogue, because at the very least, like tank pool is slow, but he has range. Angela is fast and stuff like that, so she doesn't really require too much, as well as Cap. They don't really require too much care, but she's slow and doesn't have too much range, so she requires constant care. She doesn't have a shield. It's like she really is just a fat DPS. But let's keep it going. I think it's time we. Okay. Technical difficulties there, I guess. I think it's time we talk about Iron Fist. I don't really see too much of him. I'd have him here personally. You don't see too much of him right now. He was played a lot when Daredevil was ridiculous, and you just played Daredevil and Iron Fist in a pair, and Daredevil just kills the backline, Iron Fist kills the tanks. Nothing can live. It requires two different sets of you can't run 3 tanks. You can't run really triple. I mean, I guess triple support, triple tank really was the only answer to that line. Anyways, point is, currently he's even better. I think they've been like every 4th hit he does increase damage or something like that. It's enough, I guess. It's a lot better. I guess just think of these two as interchangeable. But if I were to say who I'd want on my team, it'd be Moon Knight. Daredevil. Yep. Daredevil, where is he? Amazing character, next to no flaws. He has like when I saw it, I didn't think it was enough. Like his nerf. It just seemed like 5 less damage here or something there. I was like, okay, so there's another slap in the wrist, but apparently it's enough. I don't really understand it. But Marvel Rivals is just known for just tiny changes making all the difference in the world. So yeah, Daredevil isn't playing nearly as much, but maybe that's just like pure perception. Like, oh, you got nerfed, and people just want to move on to the next overpowered character to keep climbing. But that being said, he's still good. He's just not turn your brain off type good, just spam buttons and don't even really pay attention to what's going on type good. How did I miss Jeff? I put Jeff here. Alright, can y'all please? Alright, yeah, I'll put Jeff there. He got Battlecraft, and that's it. He's got very little utility. His ultimate can be good, but a lot of people just kill him. But again, a 3-man eat is always nice. If it's flanking Jeff, he might go here. That doesn't really happen anymore. Yeah, I'll put him here. Let's keep it going. Okay, the Thing. I'll be moving the Thing. I've been seeing a lot more, and he does a lot better recently. I'll put him... He's great anti-dive. But he does have a lot of counters. This is rough. I haven't seen enough of him to put him above... here. I think he's a lot better. And I'm going to temper my expectations, but he seems to be a viable pick for a lot of different situations. As a second tank, he seems very viable. I really can't speak too much on him because I just haven't seen enough. But a lot of people have been speaking good about him, and I've been seeing him a lot in my games. He's not just dead every fight, so whatever they did, I can't remember for the life of me. I'm not even going to lie. Whatever they did, I think he's, it's benefited him. But let us keep it going. Thor. Is that all? Yeah, I think we're getting into Doctor Strange. I think these two changes they made, being able to one-shot the supportals with his Maelstrom of Madness, that was part of his identity they took away. So where he generally had no purpose. But now he is a good support alt counter. A combo in Invisalt, and I think kill through that. Maybe with Cloak Out as well. Not with any alt that gives Overshield, because that changes the breakpoint. But again, he does now have the purpose. He does have the scary aspect to him of, if that's the case, we got a lot to talk about. So we'll get to that in a second. Captain America, I think, is A tier. I don't really see him getting played too often. I'll put him here. But he is a 3rd or 4th support all, and not competing with supports for the charge. He is great as a flanker or a staller. If you are running a flank heavy team, or a dive heavy team, Captain America is almost invaluable there. Like, I'd much rather have Captain America than Spider-Man as far as flanking goes, because you can kind of ward Spider-Man off away. You can't really do that to Captain America. Great for stalling, great for everything we all already know. Keep it moving. Emma Frost. They've buffed her a little bit. We're gonna get talking about these 3. I think Thor's better than Emma. I think Thor is better than Emma. Do I think that? I don't know. Maybe I'm just radicalized. Let's get to the Deadpools real quick, because I have to skip past them. DPS Deadpool, I think, is the worst, but not. That doesn't mean he's bad. I don't really see people playing him. If they're playing Deadpool, they're playing support pool or tank pool. I think DPS pool is just in this weird middle ground where he has like no utility. All he does is damage. And it's not really even the best damage in the world. But to me, it's just like, why would you play this in pool when you can just play tank pool or heal pool who's got utility that just DPS pool doesn't. Yeah. Let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going. I don't know what this means. Let's go here, and I'll put tank pool here. I think he actually really is a good pick. I think he's a I think tank pool is really, really good. You know, no. I'll put him. He's around this area. I haven't seen too much of him, but he's great for stalling. Tank with just his scan abilities. Any DPS, he just wins the fight against because bubble. Plus his like faster shooting thing. He generally just like beats up Hella. I'm in a 1v1, as well as Phoenix. And it's like I don't know. He just feels like the most well-rounded like solo carry. Like if you want to climb the ladder, tank pool might just be like one of the best characters you can pick. Let's keep it going. Hulk. I haven't talked about Hulk. He got a buff. Within his ultimate, he cannot be pushed and he cannot be like shoved or whatever. He can still be frozen or grabbed, which makes sense. Getting frozen, like as far as like hero fantasy, Hulk getting frozen, like who cares? It is still weird when he gets like Emma grabbed. Right now I'll put Hulk and Thing right next to each other. They both serve a similar purpose. Pretty similar anyway. I really do like having either of these characters on my team, and I do like having like both of them as the two tanks. Yeah, because they both kind of want to do a similar thing, and so instead of like if you have like a mag and then a Hulk or a mag and a Thing, they're doing separate things, and then you know Thing or Hulk will get like shot on their own. But if these two are together, just slightly different story. Punisher does keep these two in check, but they are really good picks this season. Nitties has done both of these guys justice, it seems. Let's keep going. Support pool. I'm gonna put him. Here. I don't see people playing this character. And people keep saying, oh, he gets his ult instantly. It's a horrible ult anyways. I don't like when my teammates play this character. Whenever the enemy team plays it, we just win. I don't see this about it at all. Maybe I don't know enough. Maybe I'm dumb. But support pool has never been a threat to me. Has never been like a plus or good thing on my team. All I see as a support that can viciously defend themselves. Other than that, I don't really see anything cool about this character. Or, you know, anything that would have them be up here. I think we're getting more towards the best of the best characters. Yeah, looks like it. Mantis gets played. Oh, I completely forgot to talk about these guys in general. Strange got a mobility and a damage buff, and both those things make him very valuable. I mean, if I were to put these guys in order, I'd rather have Strange on my team than Emma. This is weird. These three are in a very... They all do their... Emma might be down there. Okay, what can Strange do? One shot through the support ults. Portal back. Agamotto is one of the better stuns in the game. Yes, I think Strange has gotten to the point where he's valuable enough again to where it's not bad to play him rather than having him open for TP. I think having a Strange in your game is a very good choice because he can one-shot the support. So I've talked about this earlier, but his just basic combat ability is worth the crutch of maybe not being able to portal back instantly. Thor is a boss raid in and of himself. As far as the 1v1s go, he is a nightmare. Kidnapping tanks frontline, all that stuff we all know. Yada yada yada. High damage per tank, high survivability for someone who's just always in your face. A nightmare to deal with. Emma Frost. I think they've toned down. Oh, sorry. They've toned down her diamond form to the point where she can barely use it. I'm hearing a lot of people say that it's not even worth it to use. They just use it to like save or something like that. I don't really know, but any of that. Oh yeah, her laser charge thing. Yeah. I'm not threatened when she's on the enemy team. Her ult is good for like stopping people from coming forward. Is a good zoning ult because you have to get out of the way or you die. So there's that. Angela, I think, is better than Emma. Slightly worse than Thor. I don't really think her nerf did anything as far as her shield goes, to be completely honest. But just the more time we've had, the more I think Thor is slightly better. Like if you wanted to make an argument for these characters making better, you could, and I wouldn't be mad. They both do the kidnapping thing, except Thor can do it more often. Thor does more damage. And is more mobile though, but both of these guys can survive in backlines for however long they want. They really are the same character, just slightly different fonts. So you can literally just put either of them, and both of them have just this insane 1v1 potential. Angela because of her constant shield regen via her axe form, Thor just because all of his ability gives shield. They're both pretty much the same character, like when you get down to it. Angela has a better ult, so maybe that puts her slightly above. Yeah, I think her ult might put her slightly above Thor. Sorry, I had to do a lot of thinking for that one. Okay. So, Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man is either here or up here. No, I think he's here. Yeah, right there. As far as the characters I play, like, there's no way to punish this guy. You have to have like a really hard stun like Lunar Freeze. I don't play any characters that have like a super long stun like that. But he kills so quickly. I'm gonna see if I can find this clip, and I might not be able to. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, I might be too lazy to. But just on Rocket, if me and Spider-Man are 1v1 and we both start attacking each other at the same time, or he's coming at me, even if I get some bullets off first, if I shoot Spider-Man first, his combo does such high burst damage that he will kill me every single time, even if I hit every single bullet. It is as far as me playing Rocket goes, it is a no-win matchup where running from him isn't an option. Killing him is a slight option, but if they just commit, they're gonna win 9 out of 10 times. Just because the amount of time it takes you to do your DPS on Rocket, his combo just bursts you down faster. Like it really is just he does like his combos are faster than your DPS. But yeah, punishing him is hard because he doesn't have any momentum to his speed. He goes from 0 to 100. So even if you like win against him, he can just leave. And he's got a Reaper ult. So yep, moving on. I've changed my tune on Bucky. a little bit. I don't think he's as good. I'm like, if I want to make armor, I guess I could. Bucky has not been the reason I've been losing recently, like at all. Like if Bucky's on my team, it doesn't matter too much to me. I don't know. He doesn't feel. He's good at anti-dive. He feels kind of squishy despite all his shield generation. I don't really know. I can't explain it. He just doesn't feel a crush character tier anymore. I don't know. Like he doesn't feel right being down here with these guys. No, I'll keep him there. Hawkeye. I haven't talked about Hawkeye yet. I will have Hawkeye here. One shots. Moving on. Psylocke is. I'm more scared of a Spider-Man than Psylocke these days. I think Spider-Man's ult is better, and I think he's more threatening in the neutral. And I think he's more mobile, he's got more speed. Yeah, he does more burst damage. So that's still good. Ult, you have to ult against her ult, but you have to ult against Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man and Psylocke are similar characters. These days anyway. Yeah, that's Psylocke. I'm going this fast because I've gone in depth about these guys so many times. He's not down here. Star-Lord, I'll put. I think he's up here. I think Star-Lord's, it's hard. He's one of the best divers in the game. His ult is amazing. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. Because clearly this is not gonna be a high quality tier list. Yeah, I will put Bucky up here. I'll still put Bucky up here. But yeah, Star-Lord's one of the best divers in the game. High mobility, great damage, great damage. Yeah, and with Gambit, he is just, you can say about everybody, but like it's just Star-Lord specifically benefits because he can't miss during his ult. Yeah. It's time to tell the truth. Rocket, as much as I think the changes didn't affect him too much, that specific change didn't affect him too much, but it's accumulated changes. They've completely gutted any type of mobility he could possibly have. His boost, his dashes don't take him anywhere. I think most characters could walk in the direction that he dashes and get there like 0.2 seconds later or something like that. So they took away his dashes, like his dashes don't go anywhere. The cooldown on them are super long, and he can't even wall run anymore. So they've nerfed his mobility, gutted it, and then you force him into a heal bot playstyle because you can't take any risks with no mobility like that. Yeah, it's not possible. Maybe not possible. It's just not smart. It's not smart to do that because you have no real incentive to. Like they nerfed or they buffed his bullet travel speed, but they don't want you to go in there and fight because they don't want you to be able to escape. So it's like NetEase really doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know which direction they want to take this character. I would trade all the healing he does, like bring him back to season 1 healing, bring him back to season 1 mobility. I'm being so serious, and just keep his ult the way it is. Season 1 Rocket, with his current bullet travel speed, with his healing nerfed the way it was before. I don't even say that that's a nerf, but like a rework because it allows you more time to heal. Anyways, that's besides the point. I would take more mobility in favor for Rocket's healing any day of the week. Any day of the week. Yeah, that's Rocket. It's all still pretty good, but it demands multiple people. What's it called? It demands multiple counter ultimates, whether it be Mag ult or Phoenix ult or another support ult. It demands it. It does. Loki, I will be putting here. I think he's really good. I think with Gambit, he's just invincible. A lot of people have been pointing out he is a lot better than he used to be. Sorry. Runes, mortality, counter. Loki being back is probably a very major contributor to Salak being worse. With that being said, let's keep going. Invis is, yeah, still good. Slight numbers, nerfed her shield, but still a good character. Magneto, I'm gonna be demoting him. Yeah, I've just been playing more and more higher ranks in Groot. He's just a better tank. Groot is just better all in all. This isn't a comparison syndrome. Groot and Magneto are played all the time at the top levels, and if you're sporting Mag as your main tank, he is dying to Groot. Groot walls him off, and Magneto has no way of escaping it. But yeah, that's that. Hela here. And for the top 3, again, we'll put them in order. And this is actually a lot harder this time, because Groot is an actual contender for top 3 now. Right? Like, unlike Mag, who just had to be here, but these 3 are... Actually, no, this is a perfect... this is a perfect order, yeah. Gambit's nerfs made him slightly more in tune with the rest of the game, but he still needs... His ultimate needs to be... I just think he needs to have no healing on his ultimate. I think increased mobility, increased damage, increased... what's it called? Mobility, damage, ult charge speed are all great things, and a cleanse. So if you're caught by something, you just escape it. All those things are good. And I really just do think it's like there shouldn't be auto healing on that. It should just be on the 2 supports as like their duty to what's it called? to heal through that. Even though Gambit's ult, point I'm getting at is Gambit shouldn't be able to heal with his ult. The two support should be what healer team with the ult. Anyways, Phoenix, best DPS in the game. I ban her literally every game. Sometimes even my teammates are playing her. I just ban her, and life is easy straight. Ban these two characters, and life is easy straight. Groot is amazing. So in the top ranks, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're lucky, those 4 are the bans. Ella, Groot, Phoenix, Gambit. If you get lucky, those will be your 4 bans, and then you can just play the game for free. And you don't have to worry about, getting dominated too hard. Anything. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the tier list. This will be my Marvel Rivals Season 6 tier list. I think this is a pretty accurate one. As far as changes I want Phoenix and Gambit to be nerfed. I'm kind of fine with Groot being strong. Maybe just increase the amount of time it takes him to get his ult. As for Phoenix, just nerf her damage or fall off range or whatever. Other than that, I'm fine with the entire game. Rocket, reverse his healing numbers. Bring back his mobility. That's what I want. As for people who are super low, characters or changes I want, maybe for Iron Man, damage reduction, like 20% regularly and like 35-40% in armor overdrive. Him increase damage a little bit. Maybe her, I'd rather she have like faster projectile travel speed. Black Panther, maybe some cooldown increases. Not increases. His cooldowns take slightly less time to get, rather than increased damage. As for her, I think maybe half a second off the charge time of her ult, maybe a full second. I don't know. Maybe that's far. Like I think that the idea behind her is that she's kind of mediocre in her base form with like a super threatening ultimate. Except her ultimate just takes too long. So I think you take a full second or half a second off her ultimate, and then she could probably move up to like here. But yeah, a full second off her ultimate or half a second, and maybe her ultimate does like, like the automatic suck thing that the other her primary fire does. Maybe that, but like half as much damage, and then yeah. So those two things might put her up to like here, honestly. Yeah, I think that's all the changes I'd want to like make this game like where everyone's kind of more here. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed, and